This is one of those videos that'll probably piss some people off. Of course, that's how I do videos. I really don't care. But it's for new people coming into motorcycle clubs. It's for you. This what this video is for. New people coming into traditional motorcycle clubs. Motorcycle clubs that are run by a traditional spirit of fairness, fair play, equity for all. Those are hard things to get in any organization, because in every organization, there are people who want to put themselves in a position where they are more benefited by the organization than they should be, either by the bylaws, by good principles, by traditional norms and values, or just by good societal practices, best practices of fair play. Everybody wants something a little bit more. Everybody wants to be called, most people come into organizations with good intentions, but eventually they want to be called Prez, or they want this or that benefit, or this or that perk, or this or that pass for a transgression, or whatever the case may be. People like to build fiefdoms and kingdoms within organizations that the founders never meant to have fiefdoms and kingdoms. And this all stems from poor leadership. Poor leadership is the bane of a motorcycle club's good existence. Poor leadership is the bane. For example, in my club, the Black Sabbath Nation, it has fallen under poor guidance and leadership. The whole wide world saw when the national president, ride or die, actually green-lighted a long-term member, myself, to have that person disrespected on social media. It was the first time. Nobody's ever seen it, anything like that. And in this further degradation of our motorcycle club and our reputation, his poor leadership passes down to leaders within our club. His lack of MC protocol passes down. His refusal to follow the bylaws, his inability to read and understand and comprehend the bylaws and comprehend the intentions of the original founding fathers who created those bylaws, passes down to his lieutenants, his regional presidents, his national board, and it becomes a whole cabinet of the blind leading the blind. And I cite my own motorcycle club because I talk about so many others, and folks don't think that I would ever say anything negative about my own. But I try to speak the truth. I try to speak truth to power. And I tell you guys these things because it's been my reputation. People say, well, hey, Black Dragon often speaks in a way that's clear and concise, and I'm honorable. I'm an open book. So I'm an open book to the stuff I've screwed up, as well as I'm an open book to something else somebody else has screwed up. I've always tried to be that way. And so this story is about a president in our own club who recently opened up a chapter, and it just cracks me up that these guys have the bylaws, and they'll be the first guys to grab a hold of the bylaws and put them in front of everybody, but the last guys to actually follow the bylaws. And so I say this for new people. You get ready to join the club. Never sign your name to the dotted line. Do not take that patch until you've had a chance to see those bylaws and see if the club is practicing them. In this case, the president decided that he was opening up a club of a bunch of new people that, okay, so every time you open up a club, for the most part, if it's a brand new club, it's with new people. And no, those new people don't know MC protocol. And they don't know all the things they're supposed to know. No new club opens up with people that know all of that. There might be one or two people, but when you're putting together a whole brand new organization, to some extent or another, it's the blind leading the blind. You may have one guy who's been in a club before or is part of a club and he's opening up a new chapter, and certainly that guy should have a leadership role. He should know more. But the bylaws of the club is we all fucking vote. That's the bylaws. So where do we get a club where the president decides, I'm going to assign everybody their position? Now, maybe that happens in some 1% clubs or some outlaw clubs, but in our traditional family club, and if that's what you're joining, a traditional club that runs by traditional protocol, everybody gets a vote. There are no capos. There's no potentates, no dictators, no dude that gets to decide for everybody. Well, they don't know what they're doing, so I have to, well, they don't know what they're doing, so fucking teach them. That's your job. Teach and preach, not dictate and rule over. And so when you start doing that, you can't be surprised when an enterprising, intelligent, smart individual says you're full of shit. That's not how this works. And so then they buck the system. And now what you want to do is destroy them. Bottom line is, everybody votes. If it's a brand new motorcycle club just getting started and you're the guy that started it, that doesn't make you automatically the president. If you're the president, they'll vote for you. Get everybody together and say, okay, I've been guiding you guys. Now we're about to step out, about to go to the council. We're about to get our blessing. They're going to ask us who the president is. I think we need to sit down and talk about who we want that to be. I guarantee you, if you're worth a shit, your men will choose you. And if they choose some other charismatic mofo, because there are some charisma and charm dudes out there, then they'll get to see over the time of his appointment, they'll get to see whether or not he is worth a shit. And believe me, they won't have a problem getting rid of him come next election, or even before his term is over. A vote of lack of confidence, non-confidence, his ass will be gone. But in a traditional motorcycle club that runs by traditional norms and values and a set of bylaws that say we are all one, we are all equal, we all get a vote, there should be no situation, except maybe an emergency situation, where you're not called upon for your vote, your opinion. The ayes have it. Brutus! The ayes have it. The ayes say what happened. That's the way it should be. Brutus! Get over here. Out them woods where the damn coyotes are. No, sir. And you, get over here too. Anyway. He disappeared not long ago for a whole night in those woods. I was so afraid for him. So that's the way it should be. It should be that way. You should have a vote and insist on a vote. And if you're brand new and you're coming into a club and you see this predatory ass kingdom rulership shit going on, vote with your feet. Run, don't walk. Because that behavior transcends into other things. And you will never find fairness in an MC where somebody believes he knows more than everybody else. You don't know shit. You're a grown-ass man, but you don't know nothing. You're a grown-ass man doing stuff in this world all this time you've been alive, but you need this guy to walk you through MC protocol. MC protocol is no different than what you learn in the sandbox. And that's how to treat everybody with respect in the sandbox, or get your ass whooped. It's as simple as that. That's what MC protocol is. It's as simple as that. And someone who thinks they know it more than you do, is that they get to boss you around, is an idiot that doesn't need to be followed. Capiche?